Hello friends, this is Parsarthi Virda and welcome to Quality Excellence Hub YouTube channel. Friends, if you are the first time viewer, if you are first time visiting my channel, then do subscribe to my channel. You can click on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of all my future video uploads. You can share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge. Friends, today we are going to discuss on problem solving methodology 8D. 8D is one of the problem solving methodology, and today we are going to discuss on this topic. And today this will be our learning sequence: introduction to 8D, history of 8D, what is 8D, goals of 8D, why to apply 8D, when to apply 8D, 8 disciplines of 8D or steps to follow in 8D, and D0 to D8, these steps we will explain. So this is the learning sequence of today's video. Now let us start with introduction to 8D problem solving methodology. Now what is 8D? It is problem solving methodology designed to define a problem, find the root cause of a problem, decide and implement a temporary or interim or short-term action to prevent further consequences to customer, decide and implement a long-term solution to prevent recurrence of that problem, and record the problem solving journey which can create database library. So this is what is the introduction of 8D problem solving methodology. Now let us know the history of 8D. Basically it was developed by Ford Motor Company. It was known as team oriented problem solving, that is TOPS, in 1980s, and due to its effectiveness it was accepted as a primary method of documenting problem solving at Ford. So Ford is the organization, Ford Motor Company is the organization who developed this, and they accepted this methodology as a primary method of documenting problem solving at Ford. 8D then was globally accepted because of its effectiveness and easiness to learn and use. And different organizations might use different formats, but concept remains same. So today we are going to discuss on the concept, and the as far as format is concerned, 8D format is concerned, I will post a separate video, otherwise this video will become too long. So today we are going to discuss on the concept of 8D. Now what is 8D? The 8D problem solving methodology is a team oriented approach for solving critical problems in the production process, and it uses best practices from various existing approaches, and the name 8D is based on 8 disciplines covered in this methodology, which we are going to discuss today. Those 8 disciplines are identified as D1 to D8, and one more stage is initial stage, that is identified as D0. So there are total 9 steps. D0 is an initial step, and D1 to D8 are the original 8D approach stage. It follows PDCA cycle, means plan, do, check, act cycle. And output of 8D problem solving methodology is a 8D report. So record is maintained as an 8D report. Now what are the goals of 8D? The goals of 8D are to define a problem, then find the root cause of a problem, develop interim containment action, means temporary action, protect customer from further consequences, take corrective actions to prevent similar problems in future, and to record the problem solving journey. So these are the goals of 8D. And Now let us discuss benefits of 8D or why we should apply 8D. If performed correctly, it improves the quality and reliability of product. So this is the first benefit. Then team-oriented problem-solving skills. So it improves team-oriented problem-solving skills and it improves awareness of structured problem solving. And it improves awareness of how to use statistical tools, root cause analysis required, and it also practically make people understand how the problem is solved. And then it improves effectiveness and efficiency of problem solving process. It also improves skills of implementing corrective actions and ability to identify and link system changes and inputs for changes. So, and finally, it provides database of past problems and lessons learned to prevent them in future. Now let us discuss when to apply 8D. When we should apply 8D. Whenever there is a safety or regulatory issue, we can apply 8D. Whenever we receive customer complaint, we can apply 8D. Whenever we have unexpected failure rates in warranty claims, then we can apply 8D. And sometimes if we have unacceptable levels of internal rejections, waste, scrap, test failures, etc., at that time we can apply 8D, but that will be internal 8D, right? Then let us discuss the steps to be followed in 8D, or what are the 8 disciplines of 8D. So you can see here the first stage is D0, that is prepare and plan. Then D1, that is team formation. D2, that is problem description, and this D0, D1 and D2, these three combines and it makes plan stage, right? As I told you, it follows PDCA cycle. You can see this is plan, do, check, act cycle. So first three stages are plan stages. Then D3 is development of interim containment action. D4, determination of root cause, and D5 is permanent corrective action. So D3, D4 and D5 is a do stage. And then D6, implementation and validation of permanent corrective action, that is check stage. And D7 is prevention of recurrence of that problem, and D8 is team and individual recognition. So D7 and D8 are act stage. So D0 to D2 is plan stage, D3 to D5 is do stage, D6 is check stage, and D7 and D8 is act stage. So these are 8 disciplines of 8D, and do 0 is the primary stage. That's why it is called D0. Now let us discuss each stage one by one. First is prepare and plan for 8D. In this stage, we should collect information on the symptoms or the problem. Then acknowledge complaint if received from customer. Ask for further information if required to trace it back to process level. Identify the need of emergency response required to protect customer from further consequences. So this is a prepare and plan stage for 8D for D0 stage. Then D1 is team formation. Form a cross-functional team or multidisciplinary disciplinary team. Team should include personnel related to process, product and data collection as well as data analysis. Additionally, subject matter expert can be included as and when required. Then leader should be decided, and he should have knowledge of 8D process. Then decide a champion or sponsor and should be responsible for providing resources and approving to changes. So this is D1 stage. D2 is problem description. We should define a problem very well, and you know, properly defined problem is half solved problem, right? So problem definition should be done in a very well and structured manner, and describe the problem in such a way that it is easily understood and can highlight the issue faced. We can use 5W and 1H or 2H method for problem description. If you want to know what is 5W and 1H method, then I will give the link of my video in description box. You can check that out. Then D3 is develop interim containment action, and in this stage interim containment action is deployed to protect customer from further consequences. This is a temporary stage till we finalize on our permanent corrective action. Verification of effectiveness of ICA is required to maintain customer confidence. Right? If we implement interim corrective action and if it is not effective, then it is of no use, and we will not be able to maintain confidence of our customer. It is the temporary action implemented till permanent corrective action is implemented and validated. And interim corrective action will be discontinued after positive result of validation of permanent corrective action. So this is a temporary action which will be removed whenever we will implement permanent corrective action, and we will validate it. Then D4 is determine and verify root cause. So identification of root cause is must, and then if a root cause is properly identified, it can be acted upon and recurrence can be prevented from that root cause. Location of initiation of root cause is also to be identified. Tools can be used for identification of root cause like fishbone diagram, YY analysis, etc. There can be more than one root cause responsible for the problem. We should understand this. Verification of root cause is required. Right? So this is D4 stage where we have to determine and verify root cause. And the D5 stage is determination of permanent corrective action. Permanent corrective action is the action which removes product, process, system condition which is or are responsible for generation of the problem. So this is permanent corrective action. Determine permanent corrective action related to root cause identified in D4 stage, right? So whatever the root cause or root causes are identified, we should determine permanent corrective action of each root cause identified. Then brainstorming sessions clubbed with affinity diagram can help in deciding most out of it. So brainstorming as well as affinity diagram will help in this stage. There can be more than one permanent corrective action. This we should not forget. And verification of effectiveness of PCA is also required. So this is D5 stage. Now D6 stage is implementation and validation of permanent corrective action. Once the permanent corrective action is determined in D5 stage, it is implemented, and this is a permanent change. It is not like interim corrective action, right? This is a permanent change and it is to be implemented with proper planning and communication to be made. We should communicate the plan as well as changes, and validation of implemented permanent corrective action is required. So friends, if you want to know what is validation and what is verification and what is the difference, I will give a link of my video in description box. You can check it out. And then D7, this stage is prevent recurrence of the problem, right? Here we should identify and implement preventive actions. We should review similar products, processes to prevent recurrence. If you have similar products and processes, then you should deploy it horizontally. Whatever actions you are deploying in the current product or process, similar products and processes are to be looked upon, and you should review that and you should implement the same actions there to prevent recurrence. Updating documents and procedures or work instructions as and if required. Or you can develop new procedures and work instruction if required, and requirement of FMEA, control plan and other document updation, and assure its completion. If it is required, you have to update it and you have to assure its completion. So this is D7 stage. The D8 is team and individual recognition. Once the activity is completed, congratulate team and main contributors, declare of closure of 8D project by recording feedback to allow for satisfactory closure, recognizing team as well as individual efforts by rewarding them, archive 8D documents with 8D report for future reference. We should document lessons learned and before and after comparison, celebrate successful completion, and formally we should close the 8D project. So these are all steps from D0 to D8 as far as 8D problem solving methodology is concerned. So friends, I hope it is very clear now what are the stages and what we should do in each stage. As far as format is concerned, D8 format is concerned, I will post a separate video, otherwise this video will be too long. So friends, if you have still not subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe. You can click on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications whenever I'll upload a video of 8D format. You can share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge. Thank you, friends.